Hey, hey, I'm beyond all that fuck shit. Hey.
Hey lil' mama, would you like to be my sunshine, nigga?
Yo, what is going on, gamers? It is your boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. Today, guys, I'm going to be bringing you some 1v1 singles best class setups that I use every single time I play singles, and we're basically going to be going over the best classes for singles, obviously, and I'm going to be explaining to you guys why I use certain classes, why I use certain attachments, perks, etc. Let's get straight on into it. So hopefully this helps you guys out a lot. This is basically the classes that I like to use in search and destroy singles, and it's different from my regular classes that I would use for like team matches and stuff like that. Like, this is what I would use if I'm playing like 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s, and this is what I would use for 1v1s. One, so I can change the class straight up for 1v1s and I have to worry that I'm switching up too many classes that I use for different like wagers and stuff like that. And then also I have certain classes that I really don't touch that much. So let's get straight on into it. You have your basic inmate class. I like to use long barrel. You could obviously mess with this and just use quick draw. Grip's really not that useful on the inmate, to be completely honest. So either use quick draw or use long barrel. I just like to use long barrel. We got our RK5. This is really a basic class right here. And then I like to use the HVK. Now obviously if you can't use the HVK, if you aren't confident with the HVK, you can switch out to whatever weapon you want. If you're still using the man of war, you're still using the inmate, go straight for it. But I like to use the HVK. I put on reflex, I put on grip, and then I put on stock. I have a secondary, obviously I have an RK5, and then this is the class that I do not have any afterburner. I like to have a stun grenade just because of the fact that 1v1s are pretty important. When you first see your opponent is probably when something's gonna go down, so you could either, you know, start the gunfight, or you could stun, or just stun check some stuff, you know, rush mid, stun it, see if he's going to be camping behind something, and this can really help you a lot. So I like to have a stun on this class. And even for my inmate class, what I'll do a lot is take off this and either put a nade or put on a tactical. If I know that my guy's not running flap jacket, next map I'll change it to putting this to having a nade instead of having afterburner. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a player that literally uses nothing but afterburner, so I fall off the map a lot when I'm not using afterburner, because obviously I'm not used to not being able to get my thrust back from not using afterburner that much. This is the first submachine gun class. Finally, the Vesper has been nerfed yet again. I'm excited for this. Don't have to really worry about the Vesper running around melting the fudge out of me. But because of this, I like to use this class. I've been using this class for a very long time in Black Ops 3, and it's basically your basic submachine gun class, VMP. We're using quick draw, we're using grip, and then obviously overclock, afterburner. Like I told you guys before, I like to get around the map fast, and then I like to use overclock obviously so I can get my specialists a lot quicker. I just recently started to use heat wave and all these other specialists, and it just works when you like to put in that overclock. Next class is going to be my double stun class. It's literally just like my AR class. The AR class is mostly for you stunning something, pre-aiming it, not really pushing somebody. But like I told you guys in that HVK tips video, you could really get away with pushing someone with the HVK because of the high fire rate. But if you have this stun on like your MA or your man of war, even the HVK, sometimes you're still gonna die when you're pushing somebody because you're not supposed to be winning that. So I like to have this onto my VMP because one, I have afterburner, and two, I have those double stuns. So I could just straight up be hitting my slides really fast, going around the map super quickly, and just stun checking stuff. If it's like 30 seconds left, I could just stun check some stuff just so I don't have to continue running around. So basically I can stun check A and then go run to B, you know, vice versa. Just be able to stun check stuff so I don't really have to actually look at that site or look inside that corner or that building. I could just stun it and hope like, okay, if I didn't stun anything, then he obviously wasn't there. So that's this class. And then the next class, it's another basic class. I like to put this class on just in case if I go against someone that flashes me a lot and things of that nature, someone's that's stunning a lot. And even though this might sound weird, a lot of people really don't stun that much in 1v1s, which is why I seriously always kill people, because they don't stun or they don't run tac. And that's why I like to run this class. But sometimes I'll take this class off. Now, it's honestly not the smartest idea, like I said before, just because of the fact that what if someone does end up throwing on stuns and they start flashing me or they start stunning me, then I'm kind of screwed because I don't have a tac mask class. But if I'm not using this class, what I do like to do is possibly throw on the double nades here. And what I would obviously do is I would take off this, put that on and this just becomes my double nade class. I don't really do this often, but there's a couple maps in this game that it could actually help out. Fringe, you could get some crazy nades. Redwood, you could definitely get some crazy nades. And then another class that I like to make out of this is to put this on, and this just absolutely works so well. And then obviously if you take off longbow, put on stocking the bomb, everything, it's just actually nasty. You can obviously take that off and put on afterburner or put on flat jacket. This class I like to keep flat jacket just because if you look at every single one of my subs, it has afterburner on it, and even my AR class has afterburner on it as well. So I definitely want one class with flat jacket just in case if someone gets an HCXD against me, I can easily just throw on this class. And it's kind of like a double counter because this class I'm also countering nades, but on top of that, I'm countering stuns. So if he tries to do any of the one, I'm already going to counter that. So that's why I like to basically run this class. It helps a lot. Like I said before, stock is absolutely a nasty attachment on subs, and it just literally makes the VMP an overall god weapon. Just got to make sure that you're hitting your shots. But for me, I don't know, man. Like, stock is pretty weird. I definitely need to get used to it, but I don't know, it's just weird for me, so I don't really run it that much, and I usually just run that basic class that you guys saw with these double flashes. So hopefully this can help you guys here today while playing your 1v1s in Black Ops 3. You just really got to be able to adapt. That's like the hugest tip that I could give you. If you're dying from the back, or you continue to get stunned, or you keep getting naded and things of that nature, don't continue doing what you are doing. And first off, if you are getting naded or stunned, throw on flak or throw on tack. If you're dying from the back, know that he's probably flanking. Start watching the flank. Start doing things that can counter your opponent. That's what literally Call of Duty is about. That's what competitive Call of Duty is about, trying to counter what your opponent is doing. So hopefully I helped you guys in some certain way here today. Also, the Shiva is a really good gun, but that's something that I wouldn't even try to use in 1v1s, just because if you miss that second bullet, you're gonna be fudged. But obviously it's a 2-bullet kill weapon, so you could possibly get away with missing 1 bullet, just spray, and obviously you might be able to get the kill. But I don't know, I don't really like messing with the Shiva in 1v1s. I really haven't even messed with the Shiva for a long time, and these are obviously the classes that I like to use. So let me know what you guys have to say down below in the comment section, and as always, it is me, boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. I shall see y'all next time. Peace out.